Hey there, this is a video response to a message I got from MMZ77. Adam, you asked me about winter fix, how to get, you had a parent's Century or Buick or something, blew a brake line at like 40,000 miles because of rust. If you look at mine, this is a vehicle I actually haven't done it in 2 years. Got kind of lazy about it, but as you see, they're getting kind of rusty, but main thing is how you want to winterize your brake lines, fuel lines, stuff like that, just so they don't rust away. The number one way is undercoating. Also, Adam, you mentioned in your message that no one does undercoating around here. It is something you can do yourself. You can purchase the undercoating. I mean, they're like $7 a can, 32-ounce cans, I believe, something like that. Just be very careful where you spray it and stuff like that. If it gets near heat, it will burn off. It won't light a flame, but it'll smell like crap. Normally, I do undercoat to show you kind of what I mean. As I undercoated here last year, and on my frame, which is actually kind of peeling off here. I mean, there's the rust underneath, but I do undercoat. This protected it from last winter. As you see, it didn't have a good life for this part, though. Yeah, so basically trying to avoid that. And, well, what I do, besides undercoating, is just a quick spray. I'm going to find this stuff, silicone spray. Usually, I mean, not too expensive. You don't need to use a lot of it. What I'm going to show you is vehicles like this, GM, any vehicle. I don't want you to abrupt the brake lines if they are rusty. But if you see, everywhere these plastic connectors is where it kind of starts to rust. They just hold. My brake line does not look that good. What I want you to do is you got your spray. Coat all these plastic connectors. Now the silicone spray, I mean, you can use oil too if you don't have access to silicone spray. Basically, that is what you need to do. I mean, you can use it on anything that you want. Like, for instance, we got my emergency brake cables here. And this doesn't have a harsh smell to it at all. Anywhere where there's a main hardline connector, like, for instance, there's one right, not visible to me. No, oh, there, that's right there. You probably cannot see it. But I mean, anywhere undercoating, like I said, is the best option. Coat the lines, coat everything in it. Especially if they're, if they are really rusty and you think you'll be replacing them, don't coat them, it'll just make it harder. So you got, by the brake booster. You got these lines down in here. I mean, all you gotta do, a couple adequate sprays and what you're trying to do. That's all you gotta do. Keeps things from rusting, stuff like that. This isn't gonna stop hardcore paint rust, but in essence of lines and other type of things, it will. It'll prevent it. I can't guarantee that it'll stop it. So what I would do for you, trying to stop things from rusting so much, and this is just a quick demonstration, but I do this to every little line, plastic connector underneath before the winter, usually, on my other vehicles. This one is my beloved work truck. I just drive it. So, like I said, silicone spray. It is, I mean, it waterproofs, lubricates, and insulates for metal, rubber, and leather. Also, one thing you can do is weather stripping. This tends to dry out. I've actually already coated this one once, but just give it a good spray. This will not harm your paint. This may leave a little bit of a smell behind, but this will actually stop if you have sticky weather trim seals or stuff like that. This will cause it to be better. And I gotta get some trim adhesive for that. Do stuff like that, you know. It works wonders. Silicone spray, I mean, for your cheap way to do a lot of prevention and stuff, this is the way to go. Because your doors do, you know, shut quieter actually, unlike this one's really old. Don't use it as like a WD-40, but WD-40 if you have some hardcore rust. I usually step up to that for more rust, and you don't want to, I mean, if the brake lines are rusty, my main suggestion if my flashlight worked, is don't touch them. Don't move them, stuff like that, because it will kink and it'll cause a hole. Just kind of spray your spray adhesive, and it'll prevent water. Look at that. Actually, you see how it looks kind of dry? It's because it's actually left a film. So, you mentioned film spray. To what I have known in the automotive world, large amounts of this is film spray. Just spray underneath the whole truck. So if you really, really want to step it up, buy a couple cans of this, just hose the bottom. Like I said, as long as you don't get it on something that's not supposed to have it. I mean, you can do electrical connectors as long as they're sealed, stuff like that. You can spray the whole bottom of the vehicle, and it'll prevent a lot of rust. But also at the same time, salt likes to stick to grease, stuff like that. So some people, they actually just put dabs of grease in those plastic connectors I was talking about. I do not recommend that. I hope this video helped you, anybody that's looking at it. The weather strip sealing is, I mean, it's just great stuff. I just recommend doing this if you live in any hazardous condition. And Adam, I hope this helped you.